Ava Max feels like one of the last classic pop stars of the past decade. Catchy hooks, powerful beats, bold looks, carefully crafted to fit the mold of mainstream pop. It often seems like she had to prove her right to exist on the charts again and again, from accusations of relying too heavily on samples to comments that her music was too glossy for the TikTok era of raw and authentic artists. Ava Max was both celebrated and attacked. How did a singer who was once hailed as the heir to Gaga and Katy Perry end up struggling to hold her place in the pop Olympus? Ava Max was born Amanda Ava Kochi on February 6, 1994, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Her parents had fled Albania in the early 90s, starting life in America with almost nothing. That atmosphere of struggle and the need to build from scratch helped Ava's determination, a trait that would define her career later. When she was 2 years old, her family moved to Virginia. Her childhood was filled with music. Her mother was an opera singer. Her father was a pianist. Watching her mom perform, Amanda was inspired early, and by 8 years old, she was already competing in Radio Disney contests. At 10, she sang Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance with Somebody on stage in Virginia. By 13, she even released her own music under the name Amanda K. Of course, it didn't go far beyond iTunes or a few online listeners, but it showed her ambition. Her family fully supported her dream. At just 14, her mother sold their house in Virginia so they could move to California and give Amanda a shot at stardom. That year turned out to be rough. She struggled in school, faced bullying from classmates, and often ate lunch alone in bathroom stalls. After just a year, disappointed and out of money, the family returned to Virginia. But Amanda didn't give up. She reinvented herself as Ava, hoping to leave behind the disappointments of her first attempts. Together with her brother who acted as her producer, she started recording demos to send to labels. Unfortunately, they faced rejection everywhere, and worse. Many of Ava's early encounters with producers ended in harassment and exploitation. Her first single, as Ava, Take Away the Pain, came out but didn't find commercial success. Still, it caught the attention of Canadian duo Project 46, who remixed it for their album Beautiful in 2015. It wasn't a smash hit, but it was a step forward. Around that time, Ava met producer Circuit, who had already worked with Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus. This was a turning point. Together, they began shaping her signature sound. A blend of powerful dance beats, dramatic choruses, and Ava's sharp yet emotional vocals. By 2016, Ava's songs on SoundCloud were starting to attract label interest. Eventually, she signed with Atlantic Records and officially became Ava Max. Ava, representing femininity, Max, masculinity, creating a balance. In 2018, she released her first solo single, My Way, followed by collaborations with rappers and DJs. But everything changed in August 2018 with the release of Sweet But Psycho. The song exploded worldwide, topping charts in over 20 countries and earning multi-platinum and even diamond certifications. In the US, it hit number 1 on Billboard's Dance Club Songs and reached the Hot 100 Top 10. The New York Times named it one of the best songs of the year. Rolling Stone called her an artist you need to know. Almost immediately, comparisons to Lady Gaga dominated the conversation. Her bold costumes, eccentric looks, and signature asymmetric haircut reminded people of Gaga's early years. In 2019, she faced the challenge of proving she wasn't a one-hit wonder. Singles like So Am I and Torn did well in Europe, but struggled in the US. She was often compared to fellow Albanian-American Bebe Rexha, another artist who thrived in Europe but couldn't fully break through in the American market. Still, Ava continued releasing music collaborations with David Guetta, Jason Derulo, Alan Walker, and more, cementing her presence on the global pop scene. In 2020, she released her debut album Heaven and Hell, featuring hits like Kings and Queens and My Head and My Heart. The album charted strongly, going platinum in several countries. But again, criticism arose. Fans noticed her heavy use of samples. For example, My Head and My Heart borrowed from ATC's Around the World, which itself was a remake of a Russian pop classic. Her second album, Diamonds Dancefloors, finally arrived in January 2023 after several delays. While it debuted respectably in the US and the UK, it didn't match the commercial firepower of her debut. Fans felt the delays had killed the hype, and in the TikTok-dominated landscape of short viral songs, Ava's glossy traditional pop felt slightly out of sync. Through all these highs and lows, Ava Max remained a paradox. She has the voice, the hits, the image, everything needed for pop superstardom. And yet, every breakthrough has been followed by setbacks, leaks, mismanagement, cancelled tours, lack of label support. She's caught between being the last archetypal pop diva of the 2010s and an artist trying to survive in a new era where the rules of stardom have completely changed. But every time she returns with a new song, a new look, and the same fire that made her stand out in the first place. Perhaps that's why, despite all the criticism, fans continue to root for her. She embodies the struggle of pop itself in the 2020s. Glossy, ambitious, but constantly fighting to stay relevant. And maybe that's exactly why Ava Max matters. Not as the new Gaga, not as a relic of a past era, but as an artist who refuses to quit. In a world where the definition of a pop star is constantly shifting, she just might be the last true pop princess of her generation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ava Max's career, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.